What is up, Mousetrap Gang? Welcome back to another banging video. And man, you know, today it is the day we fleece this guy up. And this guy over here, this is when the magic happens right here when you fleece it. Okay, so today we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna fleece this guy all up. But we got some preparations that we have to do. I'm gonna go ahead and show you all the tools that we are gonna be using for today. So we got our BS stapler, best in the game. Upholstery staples. I think these are like 1 inch or maybe something like that. I really don't know, but they're really small, so they grab good. We have some extra staples that we're just laying around. We're gonna utilize those guys. Razor blades because we need to cut some stuff up. Blower just to blow stuff up, so there's no dirt and stuff like that. Obviously, we need the panels so we can fleece them up. Then we actually got fiberglass mat that we need to cut some strips and put it inside here. I have these pieces of tile just laying inside here just to add weight because it is still windy out today, guys, and I don't want my box and my fiberglass mat flying all over the place. Scissors to cut the mat up with. We'll put that inside here. Today is definitely it looks like, you know, nice right now and kind of bulky, but once we go ahead and fleece her up, it's gonna give us our lines that we're looking for. It's gonna give it that bubble effect that I always. Okay, so let me show you how this thing just comes off. So I took the screws that I made on these brackets on the side, I took them off, and now this thing should just slide forward. So check it out. You see? Bam. And now it's back to a regular console. So man, we just barely had enough fleece to go ahead and fleece the top of the console and the titty panel, man. Alright, so pretty much we just got the other side of the ring to staple, and then we can cut all the excess off of it, and then you can see what this thing is really looking like. You see this thing, guys? Bam. Look at this thing. The fleecing came out really nice, and I love the effects that it actually gave it. And man, this thing's gonna be nice. Very, very, very nice. Very happy with it. Looks like a robot face from right there. Hard to get it in there, so I may not even fiberglass it on the console. But after it starts like getting somewhat hard, I'll just, you know, set it on top of it just so it'll get the shape. But to fiberglass resin it, it's not going to go on there. But once it starts getting a little bit hard, I'm just going to stick it on top of it so it'll cure to that shape. Alright, so there it is, fleece, guys. What do you think? It is ready to rock and roll. And we're going to put like mat along the seams again to make sure that it really gets attached to the titty panel, and we're going to put a piece of mat on side here because we're going to do the delete on this, so it gives us a nice smooth surface, so when we wrap it, it doesn't have this hole and you can see in it. So we're going to put a piece of mat on here as well. Alright, so next step, I actually have like 2 little strips left of fiberglass mat, but I'm going to go ahead and cut some strips out because I'm going to resin it, the face of it. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to definitely put mat on it because I want that thing to be solid. Alright, gang, so let me show you the setup for today. Let me put my phones down, my speaker, because we're going to be jamming while I do this. Okay, so obviously we got our panels out here, and we have our fiberglass resin. We got 1 full gallon and a little bit from the other one, but I think we're going to end up using probably at least like the little bit that's left. There's not even like a quarter left in this one, but this one's full to the top, and I think we're gonna end up using probably like 3/4 of it because I like to get heavy with the fiberglass because I like that thing solid, you feel me? And that's the only way to go. And we have our cup, our mixing cup that we're gonna be using, our brushes that we need, and we got our stir sticks, the hardened MKP, some rubber gloves, a rag, the panel, fiberglass mat, and another panel. So as you can see, like right here, man, this is the station that we're going to be using to go ahead and do all this fiberglass work on. So I need to move actually my table just a little further down because when I'm resining, like I need to be able to like get around and maneuver. So I don't waste no time, because I am gonna mix the resin, rather not that hot, but at the same time it is windy, but the sun is still beaming. Where's that thing at? Somewhere right there. And that's good and bad at the same time, because it can cause your fiberglass resin to get harder faster, but we can control it with the hardener. But at the same time, man, you know, the heat loves that the fiberglass loves that heat, so it's going to react a lot faster. But it's just little small panels that we're doing, not much, but it is still a time factor, and we need to get it done. So let's get on it. Okay, so I got the resin inside the cup, and we're just going to dump this out real quick, because with the heat it brings the MEK to the top. So let me clean this off just so I can show you guys. Okay, so right there, I don't know if you guys can see the number 10. So usually I do like 10, but I'm just gonna probably just do like that much, not even go up to that 10 line, because it is hot and I don't want it to react fast. So you just go ahead and just dump her in. Not too much MEK and not too little. For what we're trying to do is going to work best to our advantage. But I'm going to stir it up really good, so it's a good mix. You know, even though it's not a lot, it's a good mix. And you see how it just turned into, like, it was like purple, but now it turned to like almost a nice brown color. The darker it gets, the more MEK you put in there, and the faster that thing's going to react. And you won't even get halfway through the cup with how hot it is right now, and that thing will get hard, probably even smoke on you, because this stuff does catch fire. So we gotta mix it up good, nice brown color. So I think we should get, okay, I think we should be good. So now we bring our cup over. It'd be a shame if we just dropped it. So don't be scared to get it on there, you know what I'm saying? So we got to do a lot of surface covering. You do have to lay it on there thick, because you want it to, you know, try to soak in through the rest of the fleece, but it won't soak all the way through. You see what I'm saying? But we do want to get it wet, so when we lay our fiberglass mat on it, it bonds to it. And like right here on these rings, you know, lace it up on there, let that thing grab, and, you know, brush it, finesse it, and keep going. Same thing like right here, let me see, that's the motion you want to try to get, and just pretty much just do that through the whole piece. Right here as well too. Make sure you get good coverage, because you want your fiberglass mat to bond to this thing like really good. And it's always important on like the edges of the rings to get it on there. You can like resin the whole ring if you want to. It just makes it a little bit more waterproof, especially right under cup holders. So you see like this opening inside here, it doesn't hurt to get fiberglass inside there, so it does like a sandwich thing. You see what I'm saying? It only helps it out a little bit more. So. But usually what I do is I wait that for the end, and then whatever's left over I just pour it inside there and just make it run so it's really hard from the back, and then that thing will be like a solid rock. So that's pretty much it. You can probably sometimes get away if you actually lay a lot of resin on and not having to put fiberglass mat, but it's at the same time it's still a good idea to lay the mat down, because you want that thing as hard as possible, and you want your Bondo to hold really good. And you may get some soft spots here and there once it dries, but that's why I said it's always good to go back, and as it's drying, just throw another layer on top. It'll never hurt it, you know. Actually, the harder the better. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish resining everything up, and then I'll pick up the camera once we get done resining and it's time to mat, so you can see how to mat. Okay, so we got good coverage with just resining the top of the console, and so now we're actually going to start laying down fiberglass mat. So, you know, once again, we come back here to our measuring cup, and we're just gonna put a shy, maybe like 8 inside of our resin cup. We already got some resin in there. We're gonna stir her up again, and that should give us plenty enough play so we can lay the mat down. So you gotta stir, stir, stir. Look, you see how I just switched the colors? Real nice. I feel bad for anybody who ever drinks this stuff. Your whole inside will be done for. Okay. I think it's mixed up pretty good. Okay. So now let's bring our cup back. Okay, so we're gonna start resining off the top of the back. Actually, it's the bottom of the console. So basically, what you want to do is you know, we'll actually get a decent sized strip. No, we won't do a big one. We'll do one of these little guys. Since it's already wet, we can just actually lay it on there. And then, you know, we just come back with our brush and just, you know, just jab it, you know, paint it on there. It has to be nice and wet so it'll sit flat. We're just going to do like one layer. It don't need that much. Look, you see how this corner right here, so you just basically just want to get it wet and just like brush it. You see what I'm saying? Just take your time and just jab it out, because some people leave it like this, and it's a lot harder to get it evened out. And then when it's time to sand, that's your biggest nightmare. All of that stuff. And so we just come back with a whole other piece right here, and we're just laying pieces down, guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. As long as you get the coverage, that's all that matters. And we're only just going to do one quick layer, nothing too crazy. You see? You just want to slowly just take your time and get it out. You see, like this right here, and just jab it and just lay it flat. You can leave like little stuff like that, because you can come back with your grinder and you still got to flatten it out at the same time. So that really doesn't matter, as long as it doesn't look like crazy stuff. Like, that's perfectly fine, but you don't just want to leave it like that. You see what I'm saying? Just slowly grab that guy. And like the sun just came out even more. This thing's gonna lay down nice. You see? So now this whole little like section is already matted, and it looks really good. You see? It's missing a little piece right there. So we'll actually get one, and you know, I just rip it. Since I'm recording, I can't really get down and really get it. You see? So. 3D work right there. Okay. You see how it's a big mess right there? But man, if you know how to work it, you see? Now it's going away. But now we can actually scoop this guy back, because we got it wet a little bit. Bam, right there. You see, that was a perfect. You see, and that's what you don't want. So you just come in and slowly work it out. You see? Those fibers, look at that, you see it? Just come in. Bam. And this, you know, just get it wet and just jab it through. Just make it look like one. Bam, look at that. What you think, guys? Drop some comments, let me know what you guys think. Like I said, I'm not the best in the world, but we can do a little bit of something, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and mat all this, and then alright, so we are done resining and matting. So this is the outcome of it. You already seen this piece. Looks pretty good. Now let's go over here. back to the robot. So we actually put matte and laid resin on the sides to blend it in really good. It looks blended pretty good already right now, and once we hit it with the Bondo, it's gonna look good. And like I said, we just dropped a quick little piece of matte on that hole to cover it up. We got this done right there, and we have this going on. I'm not too worried about all this stuff because, like I said, we grind and we sand, and we'll fill all that in. Same thing with, like, right here, it's a pitch, but we fill it in with the filler. But like I said, we are still gonna do another quick layer of resin tomorrow, and what I'm actually gonna do, I'm actually just gonna lay a piece of matte on there to fill in that, so it has a nice strong structure, so it doesn't take that much Bondo. It's more matte than anything, and that thing is gonna be solid. And then yeah, you see it. This one is already like curing, but it's still kind of like tacky. But in a little bit, that thing should be really hard. But like I said, it's still not done. I'll just come in here and do that real quick. And then by tomorrow, it'll be ready to rock and roll. And then we just go ahead and throw another layer of resin on top of it just to secure the bag. And that thing is ready for sanding come Sunday. So, I mean, it came out pretty good. I like it. Took me probably like 4 hours to go ahead and fleece and then resin and everything. This one didn't get that much hardener in it, so it can slowly react, so it don't tackle like I said. But should have a good outcome of it. I really like the way it came out, so we'll see what happens in the next few days. So that is pretty much it for today. Thank you again for watching. If you're a new viewer, man, go ahead and subscribe. We do car audio. We do stuff like this all day. And tomorrow's vlog, we'll see what we get into. I'll probably vlog of us resining on top of this and showing you what to look for, just so you can go ahead and try to perfect your, well, it's not perfect, improve your skills a little bit so you know what to look for after it's dry. Same thing with this. Once we dry it, we really see where we need to add, or whatever we have to do. So thanks for watching. Subscribe again, man. Join all the giveaways. And I'll catch you guys on the next one, man. Peace.